Hi everyone and welcome to Perceptions, the channel that is all about perfume perceptions. Today we are going to talk about the new release by Narciso Rodriguez, a perfume by Sonia Constant, which is one of my favorite perfumers. And this is a flanker of the For Hair and it's called, as you can read, Musk Nude. But before getting into it, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Here it's all about perfumes, any type of perfume. It's my collection, so you get to see what I have. I have an addiction, so I have a very large collection, so you're gonna see a lot. I buy any type of perfume, from low cost, from affordable to high end. So you can see anything here. Now let's talk about this. I think this is my favorite release of beginning of 2024. Let's start from there and let's get into it. So beautiful. So it's a flanker of the For Hair. So of course you have the Narciso signature mask. I'm not gonna go into the note breakdown. Of course you can see this on parfumo.com or on fragrantica.com. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna tell you what I smell. So this is powdery, musky, waxy, almost oily, okay, waxy, verging on the oily, thick floral perfume. It has this buttery quality of the frangipane, which is one of the flower notes that you can very easily pick up. And it opens up mostly with this in-your-face, musky, powdery, frangipane, very buttery, florally sweet, very seductive. I mean, I don't usually talk about seductive or sexy perfume, but this is it. This is sexy. This is seductive. This is a super sensual perfume. But let's move on. So it opens with this buttery frangipane with powderiness, oiliness, waxiness, and musk. And then it kind of turns, in the heart of the perfume, it goes a bit more clean. It stays always kind of almost animalic, but not really in a, it's not annoying. But really, these are kind of sensual type of flowers, white flowers. I think there's gardenia or something like this. But yeah, it goes into this, I'm a bit of a sexy white floral perfume. But at the same time, it has clean aspects to it. So essentially, this is always kind of oscillating between these two aspects of the perfume. So is it clean or is it sexy and dirty? What is it? So that's very, very, how can I say, enticing. And yeah, I kind of love this perfume. It goes always, the powderiness becomes thicker in the heart. There's something probably due to the frangipane that can be associated to soapy, but it's not that aldehydic soapiness. This is more like, do you know La Femme by Prada? Also there you have frangipane, which is buttery and slightly soapy. I think it has something of that, but here you also get tons of powderiness. I think the powderiness in this one reminds me of the powderiness in the pink one, in the square bottle, the Poudre, which I own, but that is different. There you have rose, a lot of rose, and I mean, it's a different perfume. It's also kind of more, how can I say, not vintage smelling, but like a bit more retro. And this one is, I think, way more modern as a perfume. What else? Yeah, so essentially you have this interesting kind of a clean, soapy, powdery aspect that kind of plays with sexy florals. Yeah, this, if Lolita could wear a perfume, it would be this one nowadays. This Musk Nude is really, 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 really sensual, but without trying. And performance-wise, that's a very good perfume. I mean, it projects. You can depending on how much you spray, how many times you spray it, then you get a different type of projection. Because it does project, but of course if you don't spray much, you know, it's less of an opportunity of showing your its performance. But if you spray, you know, like, I don't know, 4 sprays, the performance is there, is very pretty strong. And yeah, it does last. Longevity is super good. I mean, minimum 6 hours on my skin, minimum. I think I get 8 hours very easily. Then it gets more intimate, of course, you know, like the first 3 hours it's very present. Probably around the 4th hours it goes down. I think it's a perfume you can wear for sure for a date or for your daily routine, you know, like, because I mean, because it's clean and musky and powdery, even if it has this sexiness, that is kind of innocent sexiness, you could even think of wearing this one for the office. I think it's a bit, you know, like, you can wear what you want, but, you know, I'm trying to tell you that you can if you want to, but this one is really going on the sexy side of things, in my opinion. So you have to see if you feel comfortable, depending on the environment you are in, and how you feel that day. Yeah, and yeah, what else can I tell you? I think it's stunning. I think it could also work for a night date. Of course, it's not the classical night perfumes. There's no real darkness. You know, this one is bright. It's floral and it's musky, so it gives you the best during the day, but this one can also go in the night. And I think that's it, really. I love it. I highly recommend you to go to the shop and test this one. Some more information about this perfume. This is by Sonia Constant. She's one of my favorite perfumers. I love her own brand, LAK. I own almost all of her perfumes from that brand, which is pretty expensive, but I bought them on a discount, okay? Very good discount. But her perfumes are stunning, really stunning. And the good news, the good piece of information about Narciso Rodriguez perfumes is that they don't go through what I think it's called in English market research. And by this I mean, let's say that you want to place a perfume on the market. You know, like, you have a couple of ideas of this perfume, you know, like, I don't know, I have 2 or 3 prototype perfumes, okay? And then you make them, you know, just to make it overly simple, these perfumes get smelled by groups of people, and then essentially there's one that is gonna win, and they will essentially put on the market that perfume. So or maybe they will modify it in a way that those people will be happy about the perfume. So it's a bit of, you know, and those are, you know, normal consumers. They're not like experts in perfumery or anything like that. So they're really trying to target the people, the folks that are gonna go to the perfumery and buy the perfume. So what I'm trying to say is Narciso Rodriguez doesn't do this. They don't care. They're like, okay, this is the perfume I want. This is what you're gonna find on the market under my name. And this is something I really appreciate, because first of all, they're taking a risk. But to be honest, I mean, their perfumes are stunning, so it's a very good, it's a well thought of risk. And second, this way perfumes have a very good character. I mean, when a perfume needs to be pleasant to any nose, it's most likely going to be okay with any nose, but nobody's gonna love it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's very hard to create something that everybody loves. I mean, loving something, being crazy, going nuts for something is something that it's not that easy to achieve, you know, and you can't really get to this point for every single consumer of yours. So of course, you know, like, if you are putting on the market a perfume like this one that you wanted it to be this way, you're gonna find people like myself that are gonna love it, like be crazy about it, and other people that probably are gonna hate it. And that's fine. But you're gonna put on the market something that is what you want it to be, something that is probably, you know, like unique. And, you know, it's not like, I mean, you know, when we say, a lot of people in the perfume community are saying, oh, these perfumes are generic, right? They smell generic. Those perfumes, they most likely come from those market research, you know, I don't know, processes. So yeah, so that's it. I wanted to tell you this so you know that you're getting in your hands something that Narciso Rodriguez really, you know, the art directors there really looked into. And actually Sonia Constant, in her interviews, she said that when she worked for Narciso Rodriguez, she's done several perfumes for him. She's always been working with him, and he would be the one making the decisions. Okay, I like this one, I don't like this one, I want it this way, I want it that way, you know. So, and you know, like she would propose, you know, what she you know how it works, you know, like you have the somebody, you know, who's paying for the perfume is going to tell the perfumer, I want this perfume to be like this, you know, like, I don't know, I want it to be fresh, I want it to be representative of my brand, I want it to be, you know, evoking this memory and stuff like that. And yeah, so that's about it. Let me know if you tested the new perfumes and which ones you liked. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Talk about any type of perfumes, you know, designer, niche, affordable, Arabian, or Middle Eastern, you know, all of it. And if you subscribe, make sure that you are turning on the bell, the notification bell, for all notifications, otherwise you're not going to get my notifications. I enjoy sharing also community posts about new perfumes. Let me know about the new perfumes that you smelled and bought and what you think of them, and see you in the next one. Bye!